The hole is huge.
What you see today may not be there tomorrow.
And it's only getting bigger.
We wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this wet season, much of the lower portion of the spillway has been eroded away.
The spillway, where reservoir water is released during rain events, is no longer a smooth track.
Water is a very powerful force.
The giant hole opened up yesterday. The floodgates were closed. Today, a test run to ease pressure on the dam. 20,000 cubic feet per second ripped the hole apart even more. Water blasting cement into the air. A portion of the side guard is now gone. Earth torn away as the brown water crashed towards the river below. And when the gates closed, a larger hole was revealed. Tense moments and concern above the dam and below. The spillway could lead to a more serious situation with the dam itself. Officials, though, quickly calming those fears.
We do not believe that there's an imminent danger to the dam.
The spillway problem persists, and the water, it must go somewhere.
We still have some room to absorb the water coming in. Long term, yeah, we're going to have to move water out of the lake.
Number of levee breaks along the Cosumnes River at this hour, and a number of homes and streets are flooding, even trapping some people in some areas.
Firefighters, friends and neighbors coming together in a sandbag brigade to help keep even more runoff out of this already flooded home. But as water from this swollen Cosumnes River started overflowing its banks, the pressure was too much and the levee gave way. Earlier, Sacramento County Office of Emergency Services warned residents to be prepared, and as expected, the levee started to crumble.
It is getting worse, unfortunately. Our levee systems, they were doing their best, but now we are seeing breaches.
The rising water not only affecting homes and yards, but even livestock were forced to find higher ground. For many who've been around for decades, they know the river's power, but were banking the levees would hold.
We're hoping that the amount of water that is escaping will go into the farmlands, but we're finding that there are some situations where homes may be possibly impacted by this.
Officials say it's a waiting game to see just how much water will flow and where.
We knew the water was coming and that it was going to end up here. Just where it actually goes and who it floods first and most severe is kind of the unexpected to us.
Imagine you're driving on Highway 50 and you run into this, a massive mudslide blocking the road. We have dozens of boulders, large rocks that have come all the way across the highway. Of course, we have lots of trees now down. The tree we see here was sitting 100 feet higher up. It came down in one piece slid to block the road. Now, the contractors tell me we're looking at 4,000 yards of debris. All of this they have to clean up now, but we did actually find out one car got caught in this. That red car over there was a couple with their dog heading to Tahoe. This caught them by surprise. Luckily, all of them are okay. Now, as far as the cleanup, we've seen the first equipment arrive to tackle this mess. They say it's going to take 24 to 36 hours at best to get this entire highway cleaned.
What a difference a day makes. The amount of water flowing into Lake Oroville dropped from 190,000 cubic feet per second to 130,000 in less than 15 hours. A beautiful sunny day without rain allowed that to happen. There was a strong possibility that the water would have come over the top of the emergency spillway, that slope of land next to the controlled spillway. And that's the way this dam was designed. As part of that contingency plan, DWR cleared much of the trees and brush from the emergency spillway. That will reduce the amount of debris that would end up in the lake below and float into the Feather River. Also, they were able to reduce water releases overnight from 65,000 cubic feet per second to 55. The controlled spillway suffered massive erosion, a hole nearly the size of a football field. That sent water off its man-made path, taking land and trees with it. The downstream effects of that turned the Feather River into a mud bath. In downtown Oroville, the Department of Fish and Wildlife moved about 4 million small salmon and steelhead from the Feather River fish hatchery to keep them alive.
And is not in jeopardy in any way from this event.